Hello there folks, and how is it going? And welcome back to another video. Now this week's video is a special video because Senior Spielbergo is on the camera duty again, folks. None of this Osmo Pocket nonsense. We are old school in it. Look at this frame she has for you. I have no idea what it's like. I'm sure it's absolutely incredible. Now, so we are overlooking this wonderful lighthouse. Look at these purple flowers here. We had no idea what to expect, but we are delighted. And it's just so gorgeous. Now this evening, it's going to be tonight and tomorrow morning that we'll shoot this lighthouse. There's a couple of earmarked spots that I had already scouted before arriving here, which is fine. Now this evening we probably won't get any nice directional light, which is totally cool, but the clouds are gorgeous and there's some beautiful structure in the clouds. So let's try and take advantage of that. We might get a nice blue hour shot, and I'm really hoping the lights of the lighthouse itself turn on and we can kind of like get a nice blue hour shot. And of course, if these clouds catch color, yay. So I am at the minute, I just took a 3-minute exposure. And it turns out 16mm is just not even wide enough. So I'm going to play around with some different compositions to get ourselves going and get those creative juices rolling. But let's all welcome in the comments Senior Spielbergo back at the helm. And if any of the pictures that I take here as like test shots turn out to be any good, I'm going to pop them up on the screen for you right now. Let's keep going.
Welcome friends to the ASMR Photography Studio, and welcome to the first image in this week's video. Now, here is the result of me standing at this overlook at this little island with this wonderful lighthouse, and I don't know what that is. It's like a building of sorts. And what a beautiful photographic subject this has proven to be. Now, wonderful news that there was a tiny bit of colour hidden away in those clouds that I was able to retrieve from the raw file in post-production. So I'm super delighted with how this one turned out. Really love it. Love the composition. The bridge going across the water, of course, really adds a nice leading line. Now, as we continue throughout the video, I was pressing the wrong button on the microphone, and while Senior Spielbergo was gracing us with her wonderful videography abilities, there was no audio recorded, unfortunately, so you are getting an extended ASMR photography lab. So let's click over a bit of B-roll that I'm sure is going to blow your socks off, and then we'll get back to it. So let's keep going. So here I am at the end of that bridge that we saw in the last photograph, rambling away. I have no idea what I was talking about. I'm sure it was something incredibly insightful about the beautiful art of photography. But nonetheless, like I say, I was pressing the wrong button on this stupid microphone, so unfortunately I didn't record any audio. I have to assume I was praising Orla's wonderful B-roll ability. At this point, I have to also assume that I said, if this picture turns out to be any good, I'm going to pop it up on the screen for you right now. And here is the result of that vantage point that I was standing at. Beautiful composition. Love the lighthouse over here on the right hand side, and the tiniest bit of colour breaking through as the sun peeped through the little gap on the horizon, which was an absolutely wonderful thing to witness. Really loving these kind of long exposures that I photographed throughout the course of the day. And actually that was one of the things that I did talk about on the bridge, was setting the intervalometer, the inbuilt intervalometer on the camera, which is a real treat to use. Long be the days now I don't have to take my manual one with me and start calculating times in my head. Nonetheless, let's push on, get a bit more of this wonderful B-roll into your eyeballs, and then we shall continue. Now, as I walk so wonderfully across this bridge, as you can see by my mighty strides, again, I ramble. I love a good ramble, folks. I have to assume I'm talking about Orla's incredible B-roll, and just in the hopes of, I think I was talking about the lights coming on and hoping that they could turn on, but spoiler alert, they never did turn on. But sure, look, such is the way of things. But a beautiful bridge to donder across, and yeah, wonderful little adventure. Actually, there is a bit of audio that I can cut in here now that managed to get recorded, so let's all enjoy that.
Literally B-roll.
I can't wait to review this footage. It's going to be so amazing. So anyways, gonna have another little wander around the place and see if we can maybe get some. God, that is actually quite nice here looking up here. So let's play around with some different compositions and see what we can see. Let's keep going.
So this is the result of the photograph that I captured just on that other side of the bridge. Really love this one. Super delighted with how it turned out, and actually focus stacked this particular image as well. Really wanted to make sure I had sharp focus from the front all the way to the back. These purple flowers just proved again to be such a wonderful addition to this location, and that balance between the purple and that blue in the sky, well, it really set this image off for me. I love it, and just the fact that the lighthouse is just peeping out, it's just the tip peeping out from behind the hill. Really love how this image turned out, and super duper delighted that I managed to. It was a very off the cuff kind of thing. I just plopped the tripod down and we were like, let's give it a go, and off we went. So really happy with how it turned out, so let's keep going. So for this particular section here, I'm pretty sure I was rambling about looking to use some leading lines within your photography, because as you can see, I'm standing on this very nice path that leads us down towards this lighthouse. We rambled around the little island for a bit, and really enjoyed the exploration. The flowers were absolutely gorgeous. There weren't just those purple flowers on the left and the right, as you can see in this particular frame, but there were some other flowers. I have no idea what kind of flowers they were, but there was other flowers knocking around as well. So it was a really fun little adventure we had over on the island. Now, in terms of the photograph that was captured, here it is. Really love how this one turned out. Again, that leading line straight down the middle. Can't get any more kind of leading liney example-y than this particular photograph here. And again, really emphasizing that long exposure, getting that streak in with the clouds really adds this beautiful sense of dynamism and motion to the frame, which I really love. The water is obviously nice and glassed out, so it's really happy with how this one turned out. And again, you can see those flowers knocking around on the left and the right, and just that path down the middle just really sells it for me. So I'm super duper happy with how this particular one turned out. So and on a good note, I got up the following morning and the audio all came back, so we shall stop this ridiculous voiceover and get back to some normal Osmo Pocket audio. So let's keep going.
Buenos dias, amigos. So here we are the next morning. You can't win them all, folks. You know, you get a couple of days of good light, and then you can't expect it to happen every day. So yeah, very overcast. There was like mist and fog forecast, excuse me, which could have been a bit interesting. But it's just totally sucked in here. Let me turn you around. Really just totally sucked in. But I have nonetheless got up anyway, and Senior Spielbergo is still asleep. I can't expect her to get up for these sunrise parts. But I am at the Mirador that I mentioned yesterday, and it really is a fine view of the lighthouse. But now I'm starting to question whether I might kind of like, you know, peep down here a little bit. Maybe just to try and get some kind of foreground using the rocks. It's a bit of a meandering path. It's a beautifully well maintained area, and would highly recommend you visit if you do find yourself in this area. But sure, look, we'll have a play around and see if we can find some compositions here. But I am definitely going to take this image that I'm looking at right now, that's just like dead ahead, straight across, and let's set up and at least get started, and we'll see how the morning progresses. But yeah, I don't imagine it's going to I don't think any miracles will happen. So look, let's take some pictures. If any of the pictures that I take just now turn out to be any good, I'll pop them up on the screen for you right now.
So as I mentioned, unfortunately no light manifested for me, and this is the photograph that I captured here from this particular vantage point as I walked down the path. It's okay, it's fine. In terms of a bland kind of no light early morning kind of shot, I'm happy enough with it. I like the fact that I, you know, decided to keep the long exposure kind of theme going. Yeah, it's just a grand scene. Now, if unfortunately, like I mentioned earlier, the lights never came on. It would have been amazing if the lights on the bridge and things came on and on the little house, but they never did, unfortunately. So it would have probably could have been a better kind of blue hour image had those lights been on. But sure, nonetheless, you can't have everything you go chasing, you know. But I managed to then hop over the little wall, and again just include some flowers into the foreground, just to add a bit more kind of anchor to the frame for this last picture in the video. And yeah, like it, you know, again, just a bland down morning. It was fine. Such is the way of things, folks. Like I say, it's always better to get up and get out and get after it than just not. And you know, it was a fun morning nonetheless, and I'm super happy with how the images throughout the video turned out. So yeah, apologies for the lack of audio on my part too, but I really hope you all enjoyed Orla's wonderful b-roll. It was so incredible to edit. So yeah, fun times were had, my friends.
So folks, I think I will leave this video here. Like I said, you can't get it all the time, but such is the way of things. You know, the key point is just to get up and get out and to, you know, have fun and try your best. So yeah, so hopefully the pictures that I took that you guys would have just saw were okay and at least represented the place well enough. It's a beautiful place, like I say, and I'm thoroughly enjoying this tour along the north coast of Spain. So still have a few spots earmarked and a lot to look forward to. So if you like the video, folks, hit that like button, and of course if you fancy following along for more of this Spanish adventure, you are most welcome to hit that subscribe button. But for now, I will go and enjoy a coffee and enjoy just the rest of the morning. Take it easy, everybody. Cheers.